The sinking ship, my friends. The sinking ship. That's what we're on. We're on a sinking ship, but that's okay. I'm still the captain. I'm still on this ship, and I'm going to stay on the ship. Doesn't matter if water has pretty much gone through the entirety of the poop deck. Doesn't matter because I'm going to be on the ship. I'm going to be manning that boat to the very bitter end, my friends. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday, which means that I do a live stream. We're here every Wednesday doing these. Now, I notice, right, that these tend to be the least viewed videos on the channel, which is interesting because these are usually my favorite to make. These are my favorite types of videos to make because we're involving all sorts of stuff. It's not just magic, right? I get it. You're on a magic channel, but it's not just about magic, right? It's about other things beyond the magic. Look at how many people do other things other than magic, right? But we combine it together and we have a nice synchronicity that people might enjoy. That's why I like making these. But you know what? I'm still going to keep making them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Because as I mentioned before, the metaphor of this ship, I'm going to be on the ship. And legally, I think if you're captain, you need to be on the ship until it sinks or some shit like that. There's something you can't leave. I don't know about maritime laws apart from people tend to go on boats in far off places to avoid paying taxes, like Scientology. That's about my knowledge of maritime laws. Michael Lawrence says, I was hoping for Matthew Furman behind you. No, I brought back MAGA Joe Biden behind me just because he was in the kitchen area. And every time somebody comes over, they're not used to this. I'm used to this. So late at night when I get a glass of water, I don't see it as a threat. I used to because my body reacts immediately and goes, oh, there's a person in the kitchen. I need to get in defense mode, right? Let's see if you know this move right here. You see this? Only OGs know what this is. By the way, I got prototypes of the cards. But the only OGs know what this means. If you get a card from here to here, you know what I'm talking about, right? That defensive mode, dog. So we got MAGA Joe Biden. You can't see him, but he's wearing a MAGA hat. I remember somebody left a comment. Yeah, I get the Joe Biden cut up, but why do you have a MAGA hat? Mind your business. Okay? Mind your business. That's it. You can't see it, but he's wearing a MAGA hat. Joe is Bay. You only don't like the Elvis movie because he's black. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's be honest. If there's anyone that's closer to being a brother, that's of pale skin, it's Elvis. But we're going to talk about that here. Top Notch, good to see you. Caramel, it's also good to see you. It's also good to see your Instagram using pictures of you from like 1998 to advertise your fight there, right? I saw that on Instagram, and you're apparently going to throw down with some guy, which is always great. I would love to see you throw down with someone, but the picture you use is like from the 40s, dude. I want to see a modern, updated picture where you're there looking yoked and ready to murder a guy and remove his head from his body. I'm a coastal dude. Drowning is a part of growing up. What a start. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I'm afraid of saying anything because I don't want you to kill me. That's the only fight pics they had. God damn. As somebody that's has a camera, you've shot videos, you know how to edit stuff, you should take like a nice profesh pic of you looking like fucking rough, you know? Make them intimidated. You beautiful Cubano. I'll get a new one after this event for you. I want to see that. I hope that there's going to be some sort of recording, right? I'd love to go, but unfortunately Orlando is a little bit too far off. And I'm not gonna ride a motorcycle to Orlando. That's the worst thing possible. Although they are making a train there that should be done by a couple months, from my understanding. So when that's built, you know that your boy's gonna be taking that train to Orlando hammered. Hammered. I didn't know about this, but the Brightline train, which is what they're building here, from Miami to Orlando, which is a kind of a big deal because usually the traffic's a little bit of a nightmare. They pick you up and then you get unlimited drinks in the cars. So you're hammered pretty much the entire time. So that's something that I'm going to partake in. And you know that your boy's going to be hitting up Disneyland hammered. Top Notch says extreme heat where I live. Yesterday it was 116 and it was 95 degrees at 9 a.m. It's already 85 today now. Well, at least we have air conditioner here in the States, right? I remember a couple weeks back, people were freaking out in the United Kingdom. And I don't know why they were losing their shit collectively as to, oh my goodness, record temperatures in England. And then you look and you do a little bit of the math because obviously they're using Celsius because I was going to say retarded, but because we're using freedom units, right? We use freedom units here in the States. But you do a little bit of translation and it comes up to like 85 degrees. It comes up to 85 degrees. Let's look up what it is right now in sunny Miami. It's 89 in Miami and it's going to rain. And it's going to rain, which means that it's going to get hotter because of the humidity. You would think, oh, the rain cools things down, right? The rain makes everything cool. No. It brings up the humidity and it makes everything exponentially worse. So yeah, but then they don't have air conditioner. That's the thing. They don't have AC. They have these the things that warm you, warmers or whatever the fuck. They don't have air conditioner. They don't have central AC. Right here, I have two fans aimed at the back of the computer. First of all, so my laptop doesn't catch fire after I almost blew it up, and I have a fan aimed at me because I'm a diva. But there's also central AC circulating, which in this part of Little Havana, I don't know if you know that, but central AC is a luxury. Usually, you see the box unit on the windowsill, right? And people punch that in and they could break into your house that way. I don't have that here. I have central AC, so that's a luxury, especially here in the shithole that is Little Havana. But it generally, if you're in 95 degrees, top notch. All right. Just know that other people on the planet are bitching and moaning about 80 degrees. Oh, record temperatures. We don't know how we're going to survive. Record temperatures. We lost they lost the war to farmers that were eating something called fire cake. That's something I make a note of every time, or a mention of every time, to the Brits. Every time they mention something about how we do things or how we call things, that they lost the war to a bunch of farmers. So that's something that they have to live with. Going to the Target. Friend of mine's asking me if I could go to a Target with him. Nah, dog, I have some stuff to do. Could you imagine? Some stuff to do. This is stuff to do, right? Let me ask him what time. Because if it's at 1, then maybe I could do it. Depends on the time, though. Because here's the thing about Target, now that he got me on a tangent. Target is unmatched when it comes to what we in the business call the shotties. I don't know what it is about Target at all times, but the shotties just percolate through the actual storefront looking for stuff. They don't know what they're looking for. They're just meandering. But they're 9s, they're 10s within the confines of Target. I'm sure outside the confines of Target, they're probably reasonable. They're 6s. But within a Target, there's something that being inside of a Target does to a female, that it makes them exponentially attractive. Closer to 1. All right. I should be good. Right? So that's you can never deny a Target run. Jonathan Rosario says, what they do, PigCake. Love you, bro. Love you back, man. Every time I see your comments regarding some sort of cryptocurrency, I feel bad for not jumping on that earlier. And then I feel like I disappointed my dad. I feel like I disappointed my father. I did get some cards, by the way. I got the prototypes for my playing cards from makeplayingcards.com. I called Daniel and I said, man, Make Playing Cards is pretty good, especially with this finish. They really did a great job with the finish. They did a great job with the other stuff. Obviously, I'm going to use Cardamundi and or United States Playing Card Company. But I kept telling him, like, man, for another deck down the line, I'm tempted. I'm tempted maybe to go with Make Playing Cards because the finish is smooth. They could print the boxes. They could do crushed. Why not? It's easier to navigate. I know what they end up looking like. They look great, right? So I don't know. Maybe down the line, maybe I will do like a fun deck with Make Playing Cards. But for now, I'm waiting on quotes from the big boys. So that's the status on the deck. But we're moving forward, baby. The Kickstarter should hopefully launch as soon as I get those quotes and we could figure things out. But it's happening. I'm excited because it's been 2019. Since 2019, we've been doing this fucking deck, and it's not because, oh no, it's taking that long to make. No. It's life. Life comes in the way of things. All right, my friends. If you look at me from 2019 on to now, you see that there's a world of difference. Right, there's a vast difference in not only my appearance, but my way of life, especially even from 2017 and 2016. You see that there's a vast difference. I used to look like an IT a personnel that only would work on HP Pavilion computers. That's what I looked like. And now I look like a fucking like a Cuban god. I look like you come at me and you know that you're gonna come across some trouble. But we've all made changes, right? And the deck unfortunately had some circumstantial things, but the finish that make playing cards, it's teasing me. It's teasing me. And unfortunately, if they didn't have such a bad reputation amongst the card community, I would use that company to print the playing cards. But unfortunately, imagine a Kickstarter where I go, hey, we're going to be using Make playing cards to print the cards. Immediately, a lot of people are going to get turned off, and I'm trying to make some money here with the deck. 2016 Piggy was a fucking mad lad. Yeah, I was a mad lad, but in the worst way possible. I wasn't a good mad lad. I was an absolute a virgin per se. Just in the look, the aesthetic, my beliefs. Ugh, I didn't drink. Wasn't a drinker then. So, let's see. I like to disappoint my family daily. I make card tricks that are good, but I suck at performing them. That's good. That lets you know that you are a better person than a standard magician. The better you are as a person, the worse you are as a magician. Caramel says you got to have money to shop at Target. No, my friend, because your boy's always looking at the deals. I got the Target app. I'm always looking at the clearance, right? And that's where the shawties are too, right? I'm not a fan of shawties that drive expensive cars. I don't like that. If you're a very attractive woman, and you get out of a Mercedes, immediately so many things go through my head, right? And if I say them out loud, you're gonna go, "Oh, PigCake's a misogynist." Listen, all right? The thoughts that come to my head, I can't control them. So when I see a woman leave a conservative car like a Hyundai, right, or a Honda Civic, that's what gets my gears ground. That's what gets me all riled up inside, right? When I see her leaving a conservative car, something that she's paying a reasonable amount of money for in the month, right? She's not paying like 800. Well, first of all, if she's getting out of a Mercedes, she's not paying for the car, typically. Fuck. What happened there? My shortcuts are gone. Okay. Yeah, my shortcuts are gone. That's not cool. Bing bong. Never mind. Again, the keyboard likes to sleep. What color is your Honda Civic? There you go. You got that. You're on that. What's it called? A Hustler University. What color is your Honda Civic? Oh, God, if she tells me she drives a Honda Civic, it's going down. No Annette in Little Havana, says Jonathan Rosario. Satchel dropping a hot line here, says, I think the 9 is upside down. I think you mean 2016. Did you know Gentleman Wake has more than one deck released since 2019? Yeah, I know, right? And him, I think they moved, by the way. I think they moved. I haven't mentioned anything. Last time I talked to him, actually, funnily enough, I could have sworn, let me see if this is true or not, because I always clear my messages. I think Russian Genius hit me up. Yes, he did. He hit me up here. Hey, man. Back from the dead. I could have sworn, I don't know, at night, I woke up in the middle of the night, I saw notifications from fucking Russian Genius. Hit me up. Let me see what he has to say. We have a action-packed episode here. By action-packed, I mean Virginia, obviously the title. I saw the Elvis movie. It's shit. It's awful. It's the same bullshit you would expect to find in 2022, right? It's the same standard type of movie. The actor was great, but the only thing that I'm distracted at, which is what everybody said about the movie, is fucking Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks overacting, just being dumb. You're aware that he's Tom Hanks. Yes, I know, right? Oh my goodness, he's an actor. But at the same time, he's overacting. It's shit. The movie's garbage. The entirety of the thing feels like a fucking college one of these directors that's trying to get in the biz that just learned transitions made the movie. It's awful. It's terrible, and it's not accurate. I'm a fan of Elvis, right? I know you might look at me and think, "Whoa, dude, you're young, you're hip. How are you a fan of Elvis?" I'm a fan of Elvis. All right, the guy's dropped some bangers, and definitely for the time dropped some bangers that still carry to this day. And yet you look at the movie, and the movie's just a fucking mess. It's a waste of time. It's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours where they jump between shit, right? They just jump between different things that don't make any fucking sense. And then Tom Hanks sucks. It's 50% accurate. And the entire time, I'm just wondering how it is that Butler goes around without getting laid all the time. That guy just has to be just constantly in vaginas just because he's just the standard hot dude, right? So I can't help but look in the entire movie and think this guy has to like look hot even while taking a shit. Like he's an attractive looking dude. Obviously, he has to play it up for Elvis, and he still carried on the voice to this day. I don't know if I could show the trailer. Maybe we'll see. Do the audio. Let's see if I could smoothly transition. Right, but the movie was just fucking trash. There's fucking Tom Hanks ruining the movie. Look at this dude. Look at the cheekbone structure, right? I think the guy is so hot that it's not even a thing, right? It's that he's not. He's gone full circle to the point where it's not even attractive. But the movie's trash, right? You think that it's gonna be a biography? No, it's garbage. They try to pander, and it's the standard 2022 tropes, right? They try to portray an image of how things went that didn't actually happen. There's obviously conflicting things. There's things that didn't happen. He fires his manager on stage. Elvis never did that. And that's a major turning point in the fucking movie where he fires his manager on stage. And then he has all these things with his, by the way, the wife in the movie is a 10 out of 10. Whoever plays that, Priscilla Presley. Man, thank God I'm sitting down. But it's just a fucking mess, right? And I can't even look at this without remembering the specific scenes. By the way, she's 14 in that particular scene. When they met, she was 14. I believe he was in his 20s, almost 30s. I forgot the actual timeline. But then eventually she turns 18, and that's when they get together, right? That's the official story from Graceland. But movie's garbage. Movie's trash. Don't watch it. I don't understand why everybody's saying, "Oh, it's so good." He was great in the movie, right? That's about it. So if you want to review it, or if you want to watch it, if you haven't watched it already, I suggest watching. I don't know. Um, let's see. Let's see my improv skills here at work. I suggest watching Vietnamese amputee porn. Really killed it with my improv there. Shows you my level of quick thinking when it comes to coming up with quick quips. I still need to put the car crash sound. It's gonna be my first shoot. I'm doing a shoot with a big brand soon. Wish me luck. You don't need luck. You don't need luck, man. You look like every time I walk into like a Zara or one of those like hipster stores, I'm like, man, Top Notch would definitely look like he kills in this with the dreads, the nice little pencil beard, right, that you rock. I figured that you would probably be in the same boat as Elvis, where you're not just you're constantly, I don't know why I had a stroke there, having to swim through vagina. Anyways, I'm going back to work. We are understaffed enough as it is. Says First Dragon Slayer. I hope that your job entails what do you call this? Slaying dragons. And by that I mean probably having intercourse with fat women. Red Dead says, "Gong damn it, spam bots." Yeah, I did. That's odd. That's actually a good sign, by the way, when you're getting spam bots. It lets you know that your channel is at least going somewhere, right? Where the spam bots are on top of it, or the spam bots are think your channel's relevant enough to want to do it. Let's see. What should I report it for? I could put child abuse. I could put I spam. They never do anything when you report an account for spam. They never do anything for that, which is garbage. So I like to put something that is not, right? I like to put, oh, child abuse. But then you're misreporting information, so they're not going to ban the account. So you can't win with these spam accounts. The car crash for every time Piggy bombs its jokes. Yeah, a blatant ripoff of Opie and Anthony, which I listen to on a nightly basis. I go to sleep listening to that show, wondering why. Why did they take something so precious away from us? We can't have anything that's too good for too long, my friends. I think those are checks and balances put by a being, right? I like to believe that we were all created by Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri is God himself posing as a regular human being. What are your thoughts on the Cylinder and Coins by Joshua J? I guess 5 is trying to bring back the old classic. Well, I just saw the Wizard Magic review, and as virgin as this sounds, they had this Kickstarter thing with these cylinder and coins, right? That you drop the coin, you turn it over, and then it penetrates the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in a show, right? You're doing this in the context of like one of these, oh, hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm going to show you guys an evening of wonder. And it's just, for a moment, just forget about the worries you have in life, right? Forget about the things, the bills you got to pay, and just have a moment together, right? And then here's a bunch of cylinders, and here's some coins. I'd like you guys to imagine that this cylinder represents a warp, a time warp. I'm just going to put it simply over this, and then you slowly turn into an amalgam of everything you hate. But no, I'm not a fan of those. I'm not a fan. I guess they have their place as classics of magic, but I'm not a fan of those. Let's see. Does everybody in the chat know that I've been on the channel longer than everybody has? I got the Cannibal Holocaust Christmas trick in my sub box. Damn. Yeah, that's a flex. That's definitely a flex. I gotta go back to my $30 per hour job where you're making more than me, by the way. Where I'm still underpaid and overtaxed given the amount of revenue I generate. I just paid it's a dumb amount of money in taxes that I'm still feeling. I looked at my bank account today and I'm like, okay, all right. This is definitely needs some work, right? Because you when they take out the taxes from a normal job, right? They usually do it and you don't see it. It's just gone. When you do it with an LLC and you do it with doing it this way through YouTube and other means, it's a fucking mess because it's up to them. They figure things out and they do things and they say, hey, here's how much you owe. And it's really never accurate. And there's never any sort of, there's never any sort of help for the young entrepreneur, right? There's never any sort of aid for that. So that's where I'm feeling just completely rang out. And right now, the IRS has gotten some attention. Recently, I've gotten into several arguments loudly in restaurants with a friend of mine over the necessity of such an organization. And it's now become a partisan issue or left and right, IRS. Just know that they're stealing your money. That's what it is, right? I think we could all agree there isn't a political issue. They're stealing your money, right? That's where it goes. And they go, here, we're going to take it and send it to somewhere that you don't want to see your money just go at the whim of people that are literally 4 times your age, right? So, not a fan. I get paid like 25 grand. I paid like 25 grand in taxes last year. I'm afraid of what you're doing, Top Notch. I'm afraid of what you're getting into, if that's remotely accurate. Accurate, as DJ Khaled likes to say. You know what? I'm good. Looking at that number, I'm fine. But it's the number compared to the rest of the income. I don't make a lot, but I don't spend a lot either. I save and I try to be a little bit good when it comes to my finances. But for them to take that chunk, it makes you feel like you lost a rib, right? It makes you feel like you lost a rib. Go back here. Michael Lawrence, if there's a black couch in there, run away. They're talking about a previous comment. The return of a legend, says Manel. Not the best timing, though. Keep up the great work. I have to go and drive. Good luck, Top Notch, with all the heat in Northern Cali. So you got some love here in the chat. That's what people don't understand about the PigCake community, especially these cunts, right? And I get it. Maybe you might not like the content, but then you judge me based on the level, right? There's a lot of fakery. There's a lot of character play that I like to add here on the channel. But some people don't see it that way. There's still a lot of love here in the PigCake community. We have Louis V cards that I saw on TikTok. Let me see if I could put this here so you guys could see it. These are a flex. Speaking of flex, and to tie this to the nature of this channel, which unfortunately is a magic channel at the end of the day, these are Louis V playing cards. Decline. Fuck.
Little Miss Vivi's on the front. There's a gold flap, and I love the orange interior as well. Here's a look at the cards with the...
So, I mean, what's kind of dope about these, not to sound like a complete virgin, I like the wallet. I like the wallet. You get the wallet with the playing cards. They're $700, right? They're $700. It says eight. Does it say 800? I don't know. I can't read that far. But approximately a lot of money for playing cards. But it does come with that nice wallet, which is still
Look at
not,
the new Louis
still not. Oh, hey, no, it comes with a wallet. $800. Suck my nuts.
Vuitton playing cards. Little Miss Vivi's on the front. There's a gold flap, and I love the orange interior as well. Here's a look at the cards with the gold trim. It's plastered with Louis Vuitton symbol and Little Miss Vivi again. These retail for about $750.
$750. I guarantee you the cards are AIDS. I'm almost willing to bet that the cards themselves are actually AIDS. And you go and spread them, and they're hot shits. But I like the wallet, though. That's about it, right? I like the way it looks. It's kind of a flex there. Looks a little bit dope in the sense of standard Louis V shit. But $700, no thank you. Especially for, I mean, if you're buying it for what I assume is the wallet. The playing cards come as a side, right? You're getting a Louis V. You're getting even their what do you call this? The slim line, or the what? I have the like a card thing, right? Whatever that's called. Even that's like maybe $300 if you get it from Louis V. But the cards are a bonus. I'm sure the cards are a bonus, and the cards themselves are not worth that much. It's the wallet.
It's plastered with Louis Vuitton symbol and Little Miss
But they're
Vivi
probably shit.
again.
They probably spread like ash. But if you're getting those cards, it's definitely not because you're into playing cards and magic trick. It's into the flex. So that's something that I saw. Right? Let's go through here. Go back to the smooth transition. Look at that, man. Wow. Look at the technology we've accumulated on this show. There's another couple things that I guess I wanted to mention here. Louis V cards, $700. My fiance didn't get your humor at first, but now she's either starting to not care or slowly getting used to it. I find that tends to be the case with the channel. I want to be like a leech, right? That you can't find, but you know it's sucking your blood, and eventually you just learn to live with it. You just learn to live with it because you like, I don't know, the jokes every once in a while. You like a little bit of sporadic difference between the other channels. I keep realizing that I have a secret talent, and my talent is that I know if you're a magician, right? And unfortunately, I'm a consumer, right? So I'm on TikTok. I'm looking through fucking videos. It doesn't help that okay, great. I accidentally clicked on Ana de Guzman going live on Instagram notification. Why am I getting notifications from Ana de Guzman that aren't slides into my DM? Those are the only notifications I should be receiving. Direct Pete Rose frontal slides into my DMs, but I'm not getting those. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting notifications that you're going live with a fucking bunch of mentalists. Ugh. But I forgot what I was getting to. But being a leech, I feel like you need to watch the content a little bit, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And you see the vast amount of magicians on TikTok, and I could tell from the 1 second that I have of consumer attention span, where I put my thumb and I skip the video, right? Like a fat girl on Tinder. Then again, when they see that I'm a short king on Tinder, I imagine they swipe crazy hard. But you know what? You're missing out. You're missing out. But you skip it. I could tell that they're magicians just based on their body language, just based on how they're standing. Right? I saw a video the other day. I hate that I didn't save it, but I'm glad because I didn't want it factoring in my algorithm. But it was this guy doing a bit on the street, and I'm like, that's a magician. I didn't see it with audio, and then I put up the audio, and then he's doing some sort of mentalist bit. I'm like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it because they're all the same. They all stand the same. They all talk the same. They all say the same shit. They all act the same way, right? So you can immediately tell, all right, that's a magician, and I was right. And again, with other people doing similar shit. You're scrolling through TikTok, and some guy goes, I'm going to show you how to, I'm like, you're going to show me how to do a card trick, aren't you? You're going to show me how to do a card trick. If I unpause and you say, I'm going to show you guys how to do this quick, easy card, I fucking knew it. I knew it, which is why I try to make it a little bit different, right? I try to say, you know, add a little bit of a joke here or there that's a little bit off kilter, right? Maybe add in some crass humor, right? But it makes you different, at least. It makes me feel like I'm doing something different than the rest of the scum that are magicians. Oh, as you could tell, I'm not a fan. There's some other stuff. This is something that I saw recently. Let me close this out. This is something that magicians, speaking of magicians, they're not going to know about, right? And there's a particular moment in this that I found to be amazing in this video. And it is, it's not a sex class, but it seems like, you know what it is, a sex class, right? Let's go to this. Let's see if you guys could hear it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for those magicians that don't know what she's doing, she's showing these other women here how to ride a dick, right? She's showing how to have sex from the top. And then here she's going to show how to...
Left foot goes over the body. I'm staying low, turning around. Oh.
How to transition into cowgirl. Right, which top 10 for sure. But why do they say, oh, like she just showed something revolutionary? By the way, this guy, the life.
I'm staying low.
Look at this.
Turning around. Oh.
What are they? That has to be a skit, right? This is a skit for sure. There's no way that they're going, oh, so you just change positions? Whoa, that's crazy. So I don't get this. I don't get that this is a real thing. This has to be a skit.
1, 2, 3.
But there, I would not. For sure, I would not. Let me just go back to the O here, right?
I'm staying low.
Stay low.
Turning around.
Turn it around. So she says, stay low, turn it around, pivot on the foot, and then they go. Oh, what? And then she's also counting the pumps. Did you notice that? She's counting the pumps.
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, by the way. I would only last 2. And I'd immediately apologize. So I envy the guys that get to last all the way to the turnaround, right? I envy those of you guys that last. I wouldn't. I'd be apologizing. I'd be calling the Uber. I'd be doing a lot of other things other than lasting.
6. Left foot goes over the body.
See? Left.
I'm staying low, turning around.
It's not a fucking jiu-jitsu move, dude. It doesn't take, like, you didn't take a night course. Well, they did, technically. They're taking a course on fucking, but you don't take a class on fucking. I just love that.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, yeah. There would be no, I'd be apologizing. But that job, whoever that job is, sign me up. I want to partake in that job. That should be I should get that video, cut it, and then that should be one of the these
bing bong,
right, that I used. But sign me up for that. I definitely want that position, right? The sponge ding dong. I have it here. Unfortunately, I had to glue the balls together, right? And the glue came out a little bit white because it's fucking super glue, which is gross. But I want to incorporate. As a matter of fact, I have 2 videos that I'm gonna drop it on. I'm confused because on the transition, she's literally sitting on the guy with her knees, right? Yeah, she's pushing down with her knees and then lifting the leg over, right? But there's no way that guy's not going to be bricked up, right? Imagine you're now bricked up in front of a group of 20 women looking at you, right? While you're just there like this, and you're not going to be like this. You're going to be like, oh, like a roller coaster, essentially. Especially with an expert like that looks like she knows her way around Asia, right? And you see the other ones that are like, I'm gonna try this shit today, but they neglect the most important thing, which is making sure that it doesn't smell like a turtle tank, right? Making sure that my favorite quote as of late, that the back shots don't smell like the inside of a turtle's tank. So I added a filter. I don't know if good on the audio. It's not a visual filter; it's an audio filter. So I could hear it on the speaker, and then blocks out the microphone. But as I mentioned earlier, my prototype cards came, right? Obviously, you're not going to be able to see it well from here, but I got these done from Make Playing Cards, and I'm happy with them. And I don't know if you guys have seen the quartz and stuff, but I'm happy with how everything came out. The cards that your boy's going to come out with, except no imitators. I know some people have bought cards on eBay thinking that they were my playing cards, but no, these are the cards. And everybody will know for sure. I'll do a little bit of a campaign when these puppies come out. We're going to do 2 colorways, right? I thought 3, but then I realized, you know what? I'm probably going to do the, I'm probably just going to save that for later when I want to squeeze a little bit more, right? And come out with different color schemes. But so far, we're going to come out with one. We're going to focus on one color wave, and then the other one's going to be a stretch goal. Do you know anything about the new book coming out from Peter Turner? Yeah, I've had the book in my possession, I think, since 2019. I actually made a video that I'm waiting to launch. I'm waiting on Peter to give me the okay to put it up. But there's a whole bit with the book, right? There's a whole skit with the, but not a skit, but a bit, as you're gonna see in the video. But I reviewed it. It's funny because I had a longer beard then. So you could tell that I did it a while ago. But great, phenomenal. As much as I hate Peter Turner because he's so clever and he makes fun of my height and he beat me up when we were in England just because he wanted to show me that he could beat me up. The book is great. It has a bunch of crazy shit, some billet switches that are ridiculous. It's out of this world. That's fucked. Everything in the book is great, and obviously I'm biased because I know the guy and I consider myself friends with the guy. But I would say objectively that the book is going to have something for everyone, right? If you're that into that style of mentalism, and he even has stuff that's not in the same style of stuff that he does, mechanical shit, right? Does it come with a double back or a blank face? Depends. Depends. So far, I have a bit with the jokers, right? So we're gonna have some jokers here. There are 3 jokers, and there's a little funny bit with the jokers, right? I don't want to show too much already, but I guess I'll show it here on a stream. That we have a cake, right? It's a cake, and the cake gets eaten. So that's the little bit with the Joker. I like the refrain from somebody asked me about a gaff deck the other day. Not a huge fan of gaff cards per se. I know people are, right? But ultimately, this is a reflection of things that I like in a deck or things that I find attractive in a deck, and I don't find I'm not gonna be a huge fan of gaff cards. So I might include one, either a double backer or a blank face, or a specialty card. There was something that I was thinking with the queen, but probably, who knows, by the time the deck comes out. But so far, as it stands now, it's gonna have 3 jokers. These cards are so fucking unnecessarily smooth for Make Playing cards. But it's gonna be a 3 joker setup, right, with a little bit as an eaten cake. So this one has the crumbs, a partially eaten cake, and a complete piece of cake. But I'm very happy with the way they came out. I'm very happy with at least how they look like with these prototypes. And hopefully, once I get these quotes, we'll be doing them soon. So we'll be having a whole ad campaign for that. Would there be a sponge dong included? If I could maybe source, right, I could probably do that. Because at least for this first deck, me and Daniel are going to be handling the decks ourselves. So I'm going to have to touch them. Each and every single deck of cards is going to go through these hands, right? That's the way I want to do it for this first deck. I don't care. I know, right? Oh, yeah, these cards, I don't care, all right? I want to do it. I want to do it myself. I want to go through the trials and tribulation of that. We're going to get them, right? But they're all going to touch these hands. So I was thinking of doing a number of things with that in mind. Let's see. Is there card magic? You mean Attic Salts? Postcards on Patreon. All right, I'll do that probably today. I know I have some videos that I got to upload for there, right? The PigCake Magic Academy. Look at that. Nice little shill there, right? If you haven't joined, you should consider joining. It's only $5 a month. You get access to 1,000 videos and counting. I never not upload. I could get hit by a car. I could think that I have a hernia. I could think that I have a heart attack, and I'm still going to upload, right? So 1,000 videos and counting. Only $5 a month. What? A bargain. I'm losing money doing that, technically. Everybody says, hey, you should charge more. I'm going to change the tiers, though. I'm going to change the tiers around a little bit. Not anything for the lower tiers, but the last 2 tiers, I'm going to change some stuff around and add some stuff. But as far as that, what do you just people joining the other stuff? No, your boy's got the lock on the rest of the competitions. Check that out if you haven't already. What is this? Sex is something you get good at with experience. You don't need a class, right? Well, they need a class. Those particular females need a class there. Other people have spoken. Duplicate cards, please. Yeah, maybe. I think that would be a useful thing, right? Especially if you're doing transpositions or whatnot. But now that I noticed, there is a slight size difference between the quartz, but I like that. I like that here. All the faces are custom, right? So the cards, they don't have standard faces. They're all custom. I don't know if you could see that from that far, but they are going to have complete custom phases, right? But we'll play around with it. We'll see. But hopefully the Kickstarter is going to be there soon. Cardamundi or USPC, whoever gets to me with a reasonable price is going to be the one that I go with. I mean, I know that I had jurors in Cardamundi that we were close, but then I stopped messaging because obviously the deck kind of went in a standstill. We met in Ohio. He's a great guy. I sucked him off. But probably USPC, maybe. USPC might be the one that I go with just for this first deck. As I mentioned earlier, right, these prototypes are from Make Playing Cards. Make Playing Cards does crush stock. They do linen finish, and they do a very nice, smooth, I guess it's linen, but they're impressing me. So what I was saying, down the line, when I have a little bit of extra, fun that I could have with these cards, I might do a deck that I launch with Make Playing Cards. It's like a joke deck. Maybe I might do that down the line because they're just so quick and efficient, the process, compared to like USPC and Cardamundi. But that's down the line. This deck is definitely going to be with USPC or Cardamundi, one of those. You could perform miracles with an extra card. That is true. Yo, Piggy, do you like Andrew Tate? Yeah, I like the guy's bits, right? He's funny. A lot of people kind of quickly jump on his stuff because they only watch the headlines or they only read the headlines. But I think at the core, you have a character that's a funny guy, right? You have sort of this character work being portrayed. But then obviously you have a lot of people that just look at the what they're presented with, right? And they go, oh no, this is garbage. It's like, it's just the standard dude. Every couple years in Andrew Tate comes up. Every couple years, a type of person like that comes up, right? It just so happens that this year he gets popular. But who knows, in a couple years, maybe your boy's going to be on that tip, right? Portraying the image of masculinity.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Bing bong. The other thing that I guess I saw here is this. I hate to cover any entertainment news, but this, I'm not going to watch this movie. It's going to be garbage. But Harry Styles, which is a person that I hate just because, apparently spits on Chris Pine. The only movie that I saw with Chris Pine, I believe, is Star Trek back in the day. But he spits on him. You guys see the video and let me know if it looks like he got spat on. There's a bunch of different angles. It's like the Kennedy assassination, this particular. You see what's going on there? Right? Let me lower the audio here. But Chris Pine is sitting down, right? Harry Styles comes in. I'm surprised he's not fucking wearing some other stupid shit. and allegedly spits on him. And Chris Pine reacts, right? And he's like, "Oh, great." And then they apparently laugh about it, but that's not what's presented here. And there's a clear loogie, by the way. There's a loogie that I saw. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be able to see it because I fucking held the phone in my face. But there's a loogie that seems to make its way out of his mouth and onto his hand/chest area, which, again, breaking it down like it's the fucking Kennedy tape, right? Obviously, he reacts, and he reacts in a way that's not playful initially. But I just saw this video, and people were losing their minds over it, and I guess it's a thing. But I hate. I'm not a fan. Harry Styles is the ultimate pick-me guy. Oh, man, boyfriends suck. Yeah? Okay. Guys suck. All right, Harry. Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm glad you're telling all the 14-year-old girls exactly what they want to hear. Let's see what else. That might be all the stuff that I got that I wanted to cover. Playing cards, the Spitgate, as they're calling it. I hate any sort of entertainment news, and I see it again. I'm sorry. I know I'm a part of the problem being on TikTok and scrolling through these fucking videos of people putting these things out there that as if they're relevant. Oh, you're not going to believe it, but they separated him and Harry Styles, and it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. We put so much effort on these people that are the weird kids from high school. They're the theater kids. They're the kids that were weird, like awkward. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was a weird kid in high school. But those are the ones that you're taking their opinions as gospel. Are the weird kids from high school that pretended to be a lizard. Remember that exercise in theater class? Be a lizard. Pretend to be a lizard. All right. No. Actually be a lizard. It's time to let go of your social qualms and become a lizard, right? Just try to do it. Act. This is how you act. You got to become something. Of course, you see them doing it and fucking, being all weird and stuff. Those are the people that we value their opinions on stuff. Like Mark fucking Ruffalo. Ugh. Imagine caring as to what Mark Ruffalo has to, his opinion on life. Jesus. Do a flip. I can't force concrete. I can normally do a front flip. I've tried to learn a back flip, but that was a complete failure. I could only do a shitty half moonsault sort of thing where I land on my my fucking stomach, right? But that's kind of cheating. I can't do a front flip and land on my feet. That I've also tried to do, right? Doesn't work out well. But I could do a front flip. Lizard people, right? I'll be some stupid in-joke between them, getting their column inches. It'll be some stupid in-joke. Oh, okay. All right. It could be, right? It could be. It could be a stealth campaign for the movie, right? It could be a stealth campaign for the movie, which I don't know, looks whatever. That woman that's the main actress is fucking perfect, but I'm not a fan of that over stylized thing, which is why I wasn't a fan of the Elvis movie. It seems like somebody just learned how to use After Effects, and they're like, let's cram in every single transition in the fucking Adobe catalog. It wasn't good. And it's kind of a shame because the guy's going to win probably Best Actor, right? Knowing Hollywood. Again, irrelevant. This is useless information. That's not going to help you or benefit you in any way. But will benefit you? The PigCake Magic Academy. Especially now that I was drained financially by the IRS. Just here, take it. Just suck it. Suck it. And then a late fee. I have to pay a late fee, which is almost a fuck you fee, right? I unfortunately made a mistake. I paid a late fee. It's just another here. Just take it. Take it, right? And it accrues interest. So if you don't pay it by a certain time, guess what? We're just going to charge you more because we feel like it. Because if you don't, we're going to send you to Wesley Snipes jail, which is the one place you don't want to be. Back and to the left. That's exactly what it's turning into with people analyzing the footage and analyzing the trajectory of the spit. What's going on? What do we value as humans? We value garbage. We should be better, right? Be better. Let's see. Fuck.
Be better. Be
better.
better. Be better.
We got Oprah Michelle Obama telling you to be better. My favorite video on the internet, because it's during Father's Day, I believe. And they're bitching and moaning about things like, oh, you know what? You shouldn't go on a golf. You shouldn't play golf. Be better. What? Why not? Especially if he's president and he's done all this stuff, or he was president. Let him go to golf on Father's Day. Be better. My goodness. Jesus fucking Christ. That was a fun little rabbit hole to go down. But that's the join Discord call, right? Yeah, that's the other one. I don't have it set up here. Which is unfortunate. Because I would ordinarily, because your boy's running early here. I've run out of topics, right? It's only almost an hour. Usually I like to go a little bit more than an hour, but what? What is this? So now would be a great time to have the callers join in, but unfortunately I don't have it set up here, and I don't have headphones. That's the other mistake that I made. So the audio is going to be coming out of the computer. What do I think of Meghan Markle? She's hot. It's my type, right? Obviously attractive, dark. But that's about it, right? Just another actress, right? So same opinion as my previous take. Actors and actresses, which is why value their opinion so highly above other people that obviously have taken the time to do valuable things. I know this is coming from a magician, but at least I'm self-aware, right? I'm aware that the value that I provide the planet is in something that's in a fake art, that's in something that's in one art form that thrives on something that doesn't really exist, portraying something that doesn't really exist, which some people would argue that's art, right? But technically, the only value is entertainment. It's odd because we value entertainment over anything else, over health, over priorities that we should have. We value entertainment, which is a weird thing. I need to find that actual study where they gave very impoverished people a budget, and most of them allocated a good percentage of that budget towards entertainment over things like necessities, food. So I remember seeing that. But I didn't save it because I'm an idiot. Because they tell us stories and we are still children at heart. Is that what's the thing from AMC with Nicole Kidman, right? Every time she goes to the movie, she's there doing that little bit. Is that what you're doing, Matt Dean? Are you doing that bit with Nicole Kidman? My goodness, every time I go watch a movie. And first of all, clapping at the movie theater. You should be shot. You should be shot. You shouldn't go to jail. You should be shot if you clap at a movie screen, right? But now the bit is no idea. That's funny. But that's the exact thing that Nicole Kidman says in that AMC trailer right before any movie that's played in their theaters, and you see people now clapping because it's become a meme. So it's funny that you said that without knowing that. You also said lizard people before, which are technically true. Right, we like to say that lizard people are running the government. No, lizard people are theater kids, essentially the awkward theater kids that were partaking. My foot's, by the way, falling asleep. I'm sitting down on a cigar box. The production of this show is garbage, by the way, if you haven't noticed. This is a coffee table from Amazon that looks like Coke is all over it because it's chipped away. I'm sitting on a cigar box. Let's actually see what's in. Someone, Bill Goldberg, I believe, who sometimes frequents these live streams, likes my favorite joke of all time, which is, "Oh, I'm glad you got a standing desk." Let's see what I have in here. I actually have Pyro in here by Illusionist in my cigar box. I have a bag that I cannot show you. I have a Fire wallet, I believe. Right? Yep. This is a one of these. You could see it, but I believe the Adam Wilbur one from Illusionist. What else do I have here? Oh, I have the actual Pyro gimmick. I don't know. And I have a jewel because I have that gimmick that lets you put a bill through a jewel through a bill, right? Which I thought was great. I don't know if these are banned now. I don't know what the deal with that is. have vape? These are garbage, by the way. Anyone that vapes. I used to be a vapor with nothing, by the way. I didn't vape nicotine. I just vaped because I like the smoke. Don't do that. Smoke cigars. But I have that here. What else I have? I don't have the flash paper, unfortunately. But this is kind of a cool thing, by the way. I put this on the TikTok, I believe, or the Illusionist Instagram, where I was summarily let go because people can't handle dick jokes. I've been told people can't handle dick jokes. So yeah, so that's that. That's a weird little box. This is my chair right here. This is the chair, cigar box. So I'm letting you behind the scene, right? Still awake after a 12-hour shift. Don't know, Michael. He's definitely weird. A bag containing explosives. That's racist. Is it because I'm an Arab man? Is that what it is? Huh? I'm on to you. I'm on to you and your Portuguese racism. That's a show, my friends. That's it. That's all the topics. I guess we ran through everything faster than I wanted to. I don't know what to show. I mean, I dropped a video on Monday. I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts. And the reason for that, I'm not going to only do those, obviously. Stupid. But you get more views on those. So YouTube is pushing those more actively than videos, I've found. So I'm trying to get more eyes on the channel. So I'm putting out a lot of those. So if you see a lot of those, don't complain, right? That's me trying to use and leverage the algorithm for my gain, for my benefit, right? So I've been putting a lot of those. And it's funny when people, nobody's talking about the shirt. The shirt. I've actually sold a couple shirts of these based on those videos, which is funny because who would want this shirt? Show up with my dick tall. I remember when I wore it to a bar, which I don't recommend, like 3 or 4 people took pics with me. They're like, hey, man, let me take a picture with you. And then I realized I'm that short but my dick tall guy, right? But at least I'm acknowledging the fact that I'm short and that I'm a short king, which is a movement that I stand behind wholeheartedly. But I've done a lot of those as of late. So if you see a lot of those on the channel, right? Oh, Piggy's selling out. Yes, because I want to get those sweet, sweet subs. And I actually passed the 55K sub point because of those shorts. So let's see. Maybe I could trick it somehow into getting one of those YouTube play buttons that people talk about so much. If I get that button, by the way, I'm destroying it. I just want to make that clear here. If I get that button, I believe 100K, right? If that ever happens, I'm destroying it immediately once I get it. A lot of people value it. I don't. I just want to get it to destroy it, and that's going to symbolize. It's going to symbolize what I feel inside. So if I get that, it's going to be destroyed immediately. But that's the stream. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to be here next Wednesday, obviously, 11 a.m. Eastern Time Pacific. I don't know. Check out the other videos. There's plenty. I realized how many videos I've put out on the channel. There's a lot of piggy content, my friends. So watch those. And what advice can I give you at the end of the video? When you trim your neck, right? When you shave your neck, you don't want to shave it all the way. I used to do that. I used to shave it all the way up to here. No, you want to have it here, about middle, right? You want to have a natural hairline down here. You don't want to have fucking just a pencil here. Oh shit!
In that, it was done.
Somebody just joined Patreon. There you go. Look at that. Join Patreon. Thank you, God. But yeah. So trim that. That's a good one. If you ever hit 100K, I'm throwing your party. I'll have a few years to save up for it. That's funny. But yeah, that party would involve me destroying that. But yeah.